Hello and welcome back to Sports Taaza. Today I am with Pranav and we are doing the post-match analysis of KKR and CSK, with CSK winning the game by 2 wickets. I have Pranav, who's a very big CSK fan. How are you feeling, Pranav, about the game today?
Still a bit tense, given how Karthik Tyagi did a couple of days back. So yeah, it wasn't that easy. And even those 3 runs were scrappy runs that we got in the end. So yeah,
Yeah,
but relieved.
yeah, certainly. And one of the close games I think we've seen in Dubai, specifically now. Most of the games have kind of
Yeah.
been one-sided, but I mean, except for that Rajasthan game, a very close finish in the end. We did see KKR kind of giving it away to Chennai in that second last over, but then again, a very good over by Naren in the end. Coming to kind of what the CSK's team has been, a very good performance. We've kind of seen the openers doing really well. What have you seen as a fan? How the team has kind of structured well, specifically when they've come to UAE this season.
So this reminds me of last season when Rituraj was not going at all. He got a 5-6 matches where he did not score at all, and he was scoring probably at 100 strike rate. And post that, now that he was back this season, he has been magnificent in terms of how he has laid the platform for the team. So yes, him and Duplessis have been very good at the top. Overall, very satisfactory performance given where we were last season. Uh, Again, a couple of things that we need to sort of improve on, but I think that will come along the way.
Yeah, certainly. I think one of the couple like you mentioned, the couple of things would be that middle order not really getting into the runs, specifically Raina and Dhoni. I think the top four have kind of given those starts or haven't kind of managed to give them runs to CSK. But I think the pressure will come back on CSK when they lose a quick early wickets, and then it comes down to the Raina and the Dhoni to kind of get those runs for them.
See, why they're still able to manage that is because they bat very deep. You see someone like Shardul Thakur or Deepak Chair coming at 9 and 10. Generally, if you look another lineup, maybe at 8 or 9, someone like Rahul Chair might be coming in for Mumbai Indians. So that way they bat deep, so they can afford that, right? If you see Raidu, Raina, Dhoni, they do not bat or they do not bat for the majority of the season, right? Uh, that's why probably Moin Ali has been moved ahead of Raina, so that you have those top three utilizing the first 6 to 8 overs. So I think that is one phase where the team got to improve, because in playoff, as you mentioned, if something goes haywire in the first couple of overs, then it becomes very difficult for the likes of Raidu and Ryan. And in the previous game, I think against Mumbai, we saw that short ball weakness again coming to the fore against, I think, Trent Bolt. So again, that will be difficult. Experiments of maybe getting an Uthappa might be on the cards, but how MSD, how Dhoni has behaved in the last few years, I doubt he's going to make any drastic changes apart from the couple of shuffles that he make around maybe Hazelwood or Dwayne Bravo that he did this match.
Certainly, I think even today's game, we saw that CSK was playing the same squad except for that one change where Dhoni mentioned that Bravo has played a lot of CPL games and has kind of had a few injury concerns before that as well. So kind of giving him rest and a very capable replacement for him in terms of Sam Curran, who we saw batting up the order also last season. So a CSK squad looking very solid, I think so. Like we have probably, like you said, those 10 out of the 11 or that 9 or 10 out of 11 are kind of fixed in the squad, and CSK have a little bit of room now, where they're standing up there at the top of the table again. So do you think there are some chances that CSK might give, like you said, a Robin Uthappa can come and play maybe a few games, or a Mitchell Santner, or even Imran Tahir getting a few games before they move to the qualifiers?
I see. I find the captain won't change or tinker too much around with that lineup, given how his history has been. And certainly, he's not going to drop someone like Raina, who has supported all these 10, 11 years in Chennai. So I don't think, but maybe given on form, how Sam Curran has been and how Dwayne Bravo has been, he'll take a call picking any one of them going forward. Sam Curran had been bowling and batting well in the last season. So again, I think it'll go down to the form when the playoffs come in.
Certainly. I think going back to this match specifically, we did saw KKR they were kind of struggling at the start of the game, but came back to get to a very competitive total. I think 171 was kind of par for the game, and we did see CSK always they got a good start to the game, but again, like the last few runs that were required, Jadeja had to come in and kind of get them through. Coming to this, my question to you will be, who was the star performer of the game for you in this game?
See, definitely Jadeja, because how he bowled his 4 overs. Now, if you take the net overall run rate of Kolkata, it was 8.5, and Jadeja was giving runs in his 4 overs at a economy of 5. So that is a major difference. Imagine another bowler giving another 15 runs away. That just takes the total out of the, you know, chasing limits, right? So in that particular way, he bowled very well. And then towards the end, when the pressure was on, you look at those, shots. They were clean shots. They were not, just slugging. It was proper timed shots. So you see, he's in form, and that's where the difference comes in between the Dhonis and Rainas as compared to Jadeja, who's playing throughout the year. So definitely the star performer. I'll just like to give a special mention to again Rituraj, where he laid the platform well. If you see how he played Sunil Narayan, proper straight bat shots down the ground, that took the momentum away from Kolkata, which they could have initially laid a platform on.
Certainly, I think Rituraj Gaikwad, as we've seen, has kind of grown as with the matches that he's continued to play. He's kind of giving the starts to CSK and has improved as a batsman as compared to what he was last season. And obviously, Sir Jadeja has been completely in one, I think, the best form of his season for Team India, and that has come to the IPL as we've seen. He's done brilliantly with the ball, has been batting superbly, and when you can have a Jadeja bat at like a 6 or a 7 for you, who can give you those quick runs, I think CSK is looking very solid. To once again go back and plan for the trophy. The last question,
I think
Pranav, will be
a lot of
as
I think a lot of credit goes to Sanjay Manjrekar for that. How I think how he has turned it around when Jadeja was not performing.
certainly, I think that is true as well. Coming to the last point, as a CSK fan, where do you think CSK is going to be finishing? I mean, we know they're at the top of the table at 16 points. That probably that 1 and 2 number is kind of fixed between them and Delhi. But what about the next 4, 5 games, and where do you see them in this IPL?
See, I'm almost assured that top two spot is definitely there. Again, hoping to go all the way. But yes, of course, when the playoff comes, how do certain teams like Mumbai, if they go to the playoffs, then they are a different team altogether. So yes, the idea and the hope is that they will go all the way. But I find they're a little short on the bowling front. If you get a good ground like Sharjah, where it's easy to score runs, we might find it difficult to defend totals. So hoping they go all the way, but maybe uh, we might falter in one of the games where the grounds are with shorter dimensions.
Certainly. Thank you, Pranav. Thank you for joining us today. And we're sure we will be looking forward to CSK going in the playoffs and how did they do this season. And for all our viewers, thank you for watching. And we'll continue to give us more coverage on the post match analysis of the other games. Thank you and have a good day.